Hey guys, it is Janelle and my chalk habit. I am popping in to do a little bit of a live video. I have picked up some adorable star cutouts and I'm ready to do a little bit of work on them, and just going to put it out there that I'm not sure I'm going to get all the way through a project start to finish, but what I want to do is do a little bit of prep work on these stars and use some of the colors that I've used in this previous design with this blue and this red. And I may change my mind a little bit as I go, but I am looking at this blue and thinking I want to start with that on one of these stars. And I have some transfers to go along with them, and so they'll need to dry their top coat before I can use a transfer on them, which is why I say I'm not sure I'm going to get all the way through, because they really need to be good and dry before I attempt anything else on top. So that being said, I'm thinking I'll paint one, and the one I'm leaving white, maybe I'll go ahead and do a transfer on that for you guys. So this transfer set that I have is called, it should be no wonder, Star Cutout Patterns. Star Cutout Patterns. Should be completely obvious since they are patterns to go on the cutouts. And these are both Chalkature products, and this set comes with some a variety of sized transfers that are made to fit each of the sizes of these little guys that I've got right in front of me. So I've got little, I've got medium, and I've got Grande Star. And there's actually only one print for the Grande Star, which is this guy. And I've been very hesitant to work with this because I've seen people doing some wonderful things with it and going in and doing some very fussy painting of the little details on that. So I've been hesitant because it's a little bit fussier than what I would really like to do. But here's the deal. I think, as I look at this, I think I'm going to go ahead and paint my big star blue. And then, whoops, I think I bumped the camera. I'll do the big star in my blue paint. So let me move these out of the way. And then maybe I'll go ahead and do the medium star and paint it tonight. This is a little bit fussy, but not as fussy. I feel like I can go ahead and maybe do some different stripes of color on this one. So let's get started. So we're going to take care of painting this guy first, and then we'll set him aside so he can dry, and I'll probably go back and do my pattern on him tomorrow, or possibly Thursday, but tomorrow sounds like a good deal. If the stars align properly, and I'm able to do that. Okey-dokey. I went ahead and put something underneath this because I'm so messy. My brush is damp, and I'm just gonna slather it up, and I'm actually gonna do all the sides. I'm not really worried about getting a thick coat because I think I'm gonna go back and kind of weather it once it's dry, distress it, if you will. So probably with a black, like I did on the round sign that I showed you a minute ago. So this is just kind of a base coat to get us started. See, so messy. Slopping it all down the sides. Hope you guys are well on your way through your week without too many hiccups. I am in classes all week, so it's not the relaxing summer vacay week for me. Got to activate my brain after a weekend of fun doing Chalk Couture's annual conference, which happened to be in Nashville, and so I took advantage of that proximity and attended that conference with my sister, which was fun. We don't get a lot of time together. She lives in Illinois and I'm in Tennessee, so that was nice. Chance to experience all of the new goodies. That conference highlighted a new catalog that'll be coming out before you know it, and so we got to see a sneak peek of that. Got to attend classes, business classes, and it was a good time. So back to the grind this week with teacher stuff and attending conference, professional development, if you will. Focused on teaching reading, which is half of what I do. I teach reading and math in the elementary school, special education setting. And so this is kind of a little side gig, kind of something I started just a little over a year ago to help reduce stress a little bit. And I've always been a crafter, always been doing some kind of craft, and I saw Chalk Couture on YouTube and kind of fell in love with the idea of having my own business. And so, you know, here we go. Here I am, a year later, working with Chalk Couture and still loving it. Oh my goodness, my sound is on my monitor back here. Make that go away real quick here. Okie dokie. Alright, so we've got this awesome star, the star cutouts, and these star patterns are still available, so when I finish tonight I will throw a cart link in the top of the comments so that you can find them if you're intrigued and would like to try this on your own. That's the best part about Chalk Couture is you see me do something and you like it, you can either ask me me if it's for sale, the one that I've done, or you can say, hey, I would like to purchase that transfer and some paste in the colors that I like and do it yourself. Chalk Couture is all about making all the pretty things and doing it your way, customizing it to what you like and what fits your decor. Something that I really like about this product. Alright, so it's a little bit wet, so I'm going to have to set that aside. Again, I think it's going to need to dry overnight and be good and dry. I'll also need to flip it over, go ahead and do the color all the way around. I don't always do that with cutouts. Sometimes I just work with one side. But I feel like as dark as this paint is, the whole thing just needs to be done to be consistent. Alright, let me throw this on the other counter, stick my brush in some water, and I'm going to pull this other star down so y'all can be having a look at that transfer while I take care of this for just a second. Okie dokie. I'm telling you, I have got to get a sink installed into this craft room. It would make things so much quicker and easier. Although I'm really just stepping out into the hallway, basically, to the bathroom for my sink. One right in my room would be great. Can't complain. There are folks who have like a zero craft room space, and they're doing their thing on their kitchen table or on a desk in an office. So very fortunate to have the craft space that I do. Alright, I also need my fuzz cloth here. I'm going to take this transfer and give it a little bit of fuzz with this towel, this teal. Obviously, since it's Chalk Couture teal, comes from the company, but any clean towel will do the job. You just want a towel that has the ability to give you a little bit of lint, but is clean-ish. Mine's not particularly clean, but hopefully dog hair free. I get a lot of dog hair on stuff at my house because my lab sheds like crazy, just like crazy. So this is just putting a little bit of lint on the back of the sticky side of the transfer so that it doesn't stick as intensely to the surface that I'm using. These stars are nicely finished, and so I'm not terribly concerned about like pulling up wood fiber. However, it is just a good practice when you're using a wood surface or a glass surface for that matter. If you have a really, really slick surface like glass or metal, you want to make sure you have lots of lint because those surfaces are super sticky and you can end up stretching the silk screen of the transfer if you're really having to work to pull it off of a super sticky surface. Now the wood isn't really that sticky, but I don't want to have little bits of wood or the wood finish sticking to the back of my transfer. So I'm just going to get this centered on here pretty well. Kind of get things mashed down wherever. You make sure I'm even in my shot here. Yep. Wherever the teal is, that's where the sticky is. So I want to make sure the sticky is stuck down really well. And it's looking good. I've got Shimmer Splash, which I think will go okay with my other Bohemian Blue that I painted that other surface to start with. So I think these will look okay next to each other. And then I'll use red and I think a little bit of this silver. Since we're on a white surface, I need something that's going to stand out. I can't just use a white on top of that. That'll be funny. So we'll go ahead and do let's do Scarlet. And I'm using some colors that I haven't used in a while. The shimmer will be okay. Shimmer colors tend to run a little bit more creamy to start with, but the Scarlet I haven't been into in a while, and so I might need to give it a little bit of love. It's got a little, it's not horrible. I think it'll be okay. I'm just going to add some purified water to it, grab a stir stick, and give it a little bit of love here. Oh yeah, it's gonna need a little bit of love. So while I'm taking care of that, let me chat with you guys about Club Couture. Club Couture is Chalk Couture's subscription program, and it's actually how I got started with Chalk Couture. I didn't just sign up as a designer right away. I didn't start this as a business right away. I wanted to see what it was all about, and I wanted to just kind of try it. And one of the ways that is easy to try it is by joining Club Couture. And with Club Couture you get a brand new nifty transfer every month and some paste singles that come in a little packet, and you just snip off the end and pour out your paste, and you go find your own surface. You can go to your craft store, you can find a chalkboard surface to try out this transfer on and make something really pretty, and you get a new one each month for $20, and that includes the shipping. So if you enjoy subscription kits and getting things new every month, comes in a pretty little envelope in the mailbox and gives you a chance to kind of check this out. Check out Chalk Couture. And once you are a Club Couture member, you're kind of a VIP. You're kind of special. You're kind of important. And so you get the VIP treatment. You get flat rate shipping on anything else you buy, which is cool because shipping's awful. But as a VIP, you get $4.95 shipping no matter what you buy. If you buy a big old monster chalkboard, you know, a box full of paste, or if you just order some extra squeegees, you pay the same price, and I can assure you it's a good deal because designers don't get that special price. It's only for club members. The other thing that makes you a VIP is special offers that come out usually at the beginning of the month, and they are usually just for people who are in Club Couture subscribers. And it may be free shipping, it could be half price pays, it could be, there's lots of different things that they've done over the months just for club folks. So if you are interested in learning more about Club Couture, let me know down in the comments. Maybe you've been watching a while and you've been thinking you might like to give this a try, but you weren't excited about committing to big old jars of paste. This is one way to kind of dip your toes in the water without as much of a commitment to a lot of tools just yet. But I bet once you try it, you're going to be trying to figure out how you can get your hands on some more because it's super fun. Alright, so let me think. I want kind of a silver, a blue. Okay, so wait. So let me do red, silver, blue, maybe silver, red. This needs to be red because it says red, and then silver. Okay, so, alright. I'm sure I'm making this more difficult than it really needs to be. I also need one more squeegee. And what we'll use this detail tool. Got a little itty bitty squeegee on the end and a little pick on the other end. It's covered up, it's got a little cap on it, but this will work just fine. And if not, I'll just run and grab something. Okay, so I'm going to do the top here in red. Then silver, getting off easy with this one and not painting the base and just leaving it the color natural whitewash that it comes in, and go fairly quick. And once I kind of get this one going on here, I'm going to go ahead and peel up a little bit so that that chalk doesn't dry in there too much. And it's going to look super rustic, and I'm totally okay with that. Truly, truly. Okay. I want to use this blue a couple of times. I'm actually going to grab this larger squeegee because I think I'm going to do like all of this in blue. So this larger squeegee I think is going to work just fine for that. Details here. Trying to make sure I go all the way. And kind of press down. I noticed on my silver that shimmer is taking just a little more effort to go through the silk screen. So I'm just going to go back over it with a little bit of pressure. And make sure I really press that in. Okay, let's see what we got going on. It is a transfer that's very intentionally rustic. If you look at it, you'll be able to see there's lots of places, that looks great, lots of places where you see teal inside of the letters. That means it's going to look faded, it's going to look like maybe you messed up, but you really didn't. That's the way it's supposed to look. Alright, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to do silver here, red, I might go ahead and do another silver and blue. Kind of playing it by ear. Do my own thing here. Oops. My silver is a little drier for a shimmer piece. My squeegee was wanting to get stuck in there. Okay. Get some red. Make sure that is. I cannot wait for the 4th of July this year for some reason. Just seems like a good time to kind of celebrate. Kind of looking forward to some fireworks this year. Thinking I might have to drag my husband out and it's been quite a while since we've gone to see fireworks. We don't really have little kids, so, you know, most families go because they're taking the kids out and doing all that stuff. But a lot of times we're able to see them whatever the neighbors set off, you know, because we live a little bit in the country, and so people do their own homemade stuff, and that's okay, but I'm kind of craving some nice, well-rounded, well-planned fireworks. Just kind of sounds good this year. I've really only got one little layer left, but I feel like I need to go ahead and, whoops, I let it fold in on itself. Little booger. Okay. And, okay, so this. Finish that off. It's okay. Alright, and then our last color down here at the bottom. It's kind of funny because everything that I picked to be blue is sections where it's just slightly less rustic, and so the blue is showing up really well in those sections. I don't know, maybe that's really not all that odd, but I kind of like it. I like that blue gets a lot of attention. You guys, look at that. That looks so cool. That is so cool. I love it. I was a little worried that since I didn't really have a plan for like how I was going to do red, white, and blue, or the red, silver, and blue, you know, strategic and all that, that it might turn out looking kind of mishmashy, but it doesn't at all. And I love the silver. The silver stands out good. Oh, can you all see it okay? Let me hold it up. Let me see if I can get this where you can see it without putting my hand in it. Check that out. That is so cute. So stinking cute. That's awesome. So you guys, I'm going to finish this project tomorrow by going back to that big blue star and doing some work with it. And I'm going to go ahead and I think on this little baby star, I'm going to go ahead and give it a base coat in a red, but I'm not going to hold you guys up. I'm not going to keep you in order to do that because I won't be able to do anything else on it tonight. So, you guys, I will see you back tomorrow, and we'll say 8 o'clock tomorrow. I will see you back 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'll post onto the page that time so you don't forget, and we'll go ahead and finish this up at that point and put it together so you can see how darling cute all these stars are together. And if you have any questions, make sure to check out the comments. That's where the cart link will be for the stars and for this transfer set, as long as they are still available. They were the last time I looked, but you know, things change all the time. If I can, I will put in some jars of paste and a small squeegee. And just so you know, anytime you click on one of the cart links that I connect to a video, that doesn't mean you have to buy everything that I've put in the cart. It's just my way of making sure you are able to find the things that I used. You can add to it and take out of it with just a simple click. It is no big deal. And it could just be that you want to look at prices. So click on the cart link and look at the prices. You're not obligated to anything. You get to fix it the way you want it to be before you check out. Alright guys, I hope that you're gonna hang in there and come back and see me tomorrow night. And tomorrow night we will look at some more stars and maybe chat a little bit about some other things that are going on this month, and maybe a little bit more about new catalog and things that are going away this month to make room for new catalog items. So I will grab my list of things that are retiring, and I will share that with you guys tomorrow night. So I will see you then tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Until then, be safe, be well.